Hi, I wanted to share an end of the age dream which I had some time back. Personally, I do believe, I do perceive that we are approaching the end of the age, just as described in the Bible. So, I suppose to initiate things, I just thought I'd share an experience which I had some years ago. I've been sharing my dream on some other channels which I've been subscribed to, and hopefully this is of use to somebody. A few years ago, I had an amazing vivid dream or a vision of heaven. During that period of time, I had been asking and praying for the Lord to have one. So one day, in the beginning, when the dream started, when the vision started, I was among many different people of different ages, different nationalities, and we were all dressed in white robes. And these white robes had a faint glow of gold on them. At that point, immediately I knew I was on the outskirts of heaven, as in having just arrived. It could have been a rapture, I don't know. That's just where the vision started. And when we got to this place, we started all running towards the same direction. We were all very happy, and we started running in the same general direction, and we instinctively knew that we were running towards the throne of God, which was in the middle of heaven, even though we couldn't see it yet. And some of us run faster than others. Then suddenly we reached about what I thought was about halfway. Then the vision changed. Suddenly we were all wearing normal clothes, and I saw a large group of people huddled together. And then an angel came to me, and I asked him, "Is this the rapture?" And he smiled and he said, "No, not yet. This is only a fraction of those who will be taken up." And I asked him, "How many are we here since we were all bunched up?" And the angel said to me, "Exactly 1,000,000. And during that time, I got a sense that this was only a portion, kind of like a first fruits of those who will be raptured. Then he said his purpose for meeting us there was to tell us that we are all going to be preaching and declaring the gospel right up until Jesus returns in this lifetime. And that time was drawing close. He said that we should all follow him, as he had an appointment with God at his throne. He also said we were to bring an offering to the Lord of he just said $30. I don't know what that meant. And then he said the purpose of this was to sustain us materially until the very last day. But I knew I had nothing on me. But the angel told me, "Check your pockets." And when I did, I was amazed to find money in both my pockets. It was 150 in one and 150 in another. It was a total of 300. And my personal interpretation of this part is it's most likely a feast day like Passover, Pentecost, or Tabernacles, as these are the only days that the Lord said, "Do not come before me empty-handed," as in Deuteronomy 16:16. And later, as I reviewed this dream, I noticed that the $30 that the angel requested is actually 10%, or a tithe of the 300 which appeared in my pockets. And the fact that the money appeared in my pockets, I interpret that to mean that the Lord will provide for us. That's my interpretation of that part. Anyway, I'll continue. We began to follow the angel as he boldly walked toward the throne room. Then, as we walked around what appeared to be a hill, I saw in the distance a large, bright light. As we walked, I saw what I later would be told was the throne of God, the heavenly city. At our distance, I saw a huge, large, pulsating column of light. It was very difficult to explain, but it's as if I saw the sun, but the sun was on the ground, just as bright as the sun, but it didn't hurt my eyes. And it radiated this huge, warm waves of light towards us. And it was in that moment when I realized that I was in heaven. I don't know if it was a vision or That's just when I realized, no, this is heaven. And I couldn't help thinking, how did I end up here? As I was very much aware of myself, and I was very much aware of my faults, but I got this overwhelming sense that I was forgiven long, long ago. Anyway, the angel told us that this is the city of God, where the throne is. As we walked closer, then I saw many beautiful mansions of all different types. I could tell that they were architectural designs from different parts of the world. I could tell that they were for specific Christians from many different countries. I also saw many people who served the Lord and preached the gospel throughout the years, like from ages back. I could just recognize that they were men and women of God, and they were able to go in and out freely into that big beam of light as they served the Lord. Shortly after that, I woke up. That's when the vision ended, and that was a few years ago. And during those days, I remember whenever I would tell someone this vision, I would spontaneously break out into tongues because it just felt so real to me. And every time I would look at a sunset, it would always take me back there. And whenever I'd meditate on this vision, the Lord would tell me, give my people a message. And I believe the message is this: be ready, for he's coming soon. The rapture of the church is at hand, and we are at the end of the age. I personally feel that it is definitely within this lifetime. Shortly after that, I felt led to make a YouTube channel, and I do have another YouTube channel which I made, which specifically I just made one video about the rapture. The channel is called Bible Buzz Video, and this one it's just a slightly different one. So yeah, that's it. So God bless you, people of God. I believe Jesus is coming. Let's continue to preach and share the good news right up until the end. God bless you, brothers and sisters. Shalom.